The video that you're about to see is about money, how it affects the human body, mind, and soul or spirit or emotions. And I've been studying the subject for many years, and what I have learned, well, I've learned many things, but one of the things that I've learned is that there's only one thing that you can do with your money that will actually have a beneficial effect upon you physically, mentally, and emotionally, and that is to give it away. It's true. Now, I'm not telling you to give all your money away. Of course, in our money-based society, that would be insane. Um, However, it is important for us to realize that money is an addictive substance. It's true. And of course, just like alcohol and drugs, if kept in moderation, we can reduce the negative effects. But until we transition to a non-monetary type of economy, perhaps the resource-based economy, maybe it'll be something else, then we have to find ways to balance and heal our relationship with money so that we don't suffer from these negative, addictive, and other effects that it has upon us. One of the ways you can do that is to use the life navigation system, which you can find for free at metaphysicsforlife.com. And you can use that to identify some of the fear-based beliefs that you have about money, that we all have about money, and replace those with what I call love-based truth, which comes from the heart. And you can learn about that by signing up for the e-course. But that is a way that you can help manage your relationship with money and with finances, especially during these times of economic transition. Okay, one of the things that will happen in the video is that I will ask you to give money to metaphysicsforlife.com, and asking for money will trigger, it does trigger pain receptors, and I apologize for that, but there's nothing I can do about it. I do know, however, that donating money is the one way that people can give money and support the website and the foundation financially and have a beneficial effect upon them. So I apologize for any discomfort or inconvenience. If you find that you don't want to give to the website or the foundation, or you're not able to, then I encourage you to find other ways to give your money, to your local animal shelter, to your food bank, to anything, something that you can find locally that you can just, even if you can just put a dime in one of those little donation cans. It's the only act that we can take with money that has a healing and beneficial effect upon us mentally, physically, and spiritually. So enjoy the video, and thank you very much. Bye. Before you donate any of your time, money, or materials to any good cause, it's very important to understand the metaphysical nature of the act of donating. I chose donations as one of the ways to monetize or provide financial support for metaphysicsforlife.com and for the Foundation for a Mind with Heart, because it's a necessary aspect of maintaining a healthy physical, mental, and emotional relationship with your money. The metaphysics of money is the same as the metaphysics of all physical manifestations in our life here in the third dimension. It has physical, mental, and emotional components that arise from our original intentions. The original intention of money is to provide a barrier to exchange, or giving and receiving, where none exists naturally, and we do that in order to assign an arbitrary value to that exchange. Okay, that sounds complicated, so let me give you an example that might make this a little bit clearer. If you look at a map of the world, you will find all kinds of lines or boundaries that are drawn on it. And these lines are the imaginary boundaries that create states and nations, of course. These boundaries or barriers do not exist naturally, so we have to create them with our minds. We imagine them. And we use these barriers to control the movement of people on the planet and to create identities for groups of people that live within these boundaries, and to create an illusion of ownership where none of that could or would exist otherwise. And to test this example for yourself, look at a picture of Earth from space. The lines that we see as boundaries on the map are of course not visible. They exist only in our imaginations. And the same can be said about money. The price that we place on products and services is entirely made up. In fact, the very need to exchange money for anything is entirely made up. And researchers have found that the act of creating these financial barriers to exchange through either barter or trade or money has an effect upon our mind, our body, and our emotions. And you can read the articles and reports of these researchers by following links that are available on the money page at metaphysicsforlife.com. But very briefly and without any notations, here is what some of the scientists have found. That money can affect the mind, body, and emotions in one of three ways, depending upon how it's being utilized. When money is received, either as a payment, a gift, or by winning, there is a release of a hormone called dopamine in the brain. And dopamine is the hormone that's associated with addiction. This hormone is released whenever we consume substances or have experiences that create feelings of well-being that rely upon the external substance or experience. And to maintain those feelings of excitement or satisfaction or safety and security, then we must repeatedly consume the external substance, in this case, money. And if it's kept in balance, the dopamine provides a healthy stimulus to obtain needed resources and positive experiences. But if it's allowed to spin out of control, the results are similar to drug and alcohol and other chemical addictions. When money is used to pay for needed products and services, or in exchange for desired goods and experiences, then the money triggers pain receptors in the brain. And this gives rise to our sayings, such as, "It cost me an arm and a leg," or "I paid through the nose," which has to hurt. And many of us find, however, that it's fun to go shopping. And that's because the thrill of getting new things triggers the dopamine response. And that counteracts the pain response when we have to part with our money. Now we have dopamine being released and pain receptors are being activated in the brain at the same time. And if it's allowed to go unregulated, this creates a potential overdose situation, which is where many of us find ourselves today. That is, addicted to money and too much stuff. When money is given to others without expectations of getting anything in return, then money can cause the release of a hormone called oxytocin in the brain. And this hormone is the chemical released when a mother bonds with her baby, or when lovers hold hands or cuddle, or when friends hug, or when people just smile at each other when they pass on the street. Oxytocin is a physical manifestation of the emotion of love and appreciation and gratitude and the experience of inner peace and well-being and connection. So I hope that it's starting to become clear to you why I chose to include donations as one of the models for monetizing my website. Because donating as a means of expressing gratitude or support and appreciation, it provides a balancing and healing effect in your relationship with money. And perhaps the authors of our religious documents were on to, knew on some level that tithing 10% of the money that we receive from whatever source has a spiritual as well as a physical and emotional benefit, even though they didn't know that donating counteracts addiction and pain responses to money in the brain. Of course, donating and tithing must truly be from the heart, given as a gift, and without expecting anything in return, because you already received something of value and now you wish to express your gratitude. One of the spiritual metaphysical teachers that I enjoy very much once suggested that the money that I needed to pay to receive his new book was really an expression of gratitude. But it really doesn't work that way. Not on a metaphysical or spiritual level, and certainly not on the physical level of our experience. To be an expression of gratitude and appreciation, and to cause the brain to create oxytocin and the health benefits that are related to that, then donating money must truly be given in thanks for gifts that are already received, without expectation of any further benefit. Hi, my name is Alana, and I'm the author of MetaPhysicsForLife.com and the creator of the Life Navigation System for Creating a Mind with Heart. And now that you know a little bit about the metaphysics of donating, let me tell you a little bit about Metaphysics for Life and the Foundation. The website is less than 2 years old, and already we have more than 10,000 unique visitors each and every month. Last month it was over 12,000 unique visitors, not visits, just visitors, and it's growing each and every month. When people visit the website, they find a wealth of information and resources that you can't find in one place anywhere else on the internet, and some of that information and resources is literally life-saving, and that's true. The foundation is something I'm putting together so I can provide scholarships for people who are unable to afford tuition and books. I'm going to start teaching classes in November, and I want everybody who wants to be able to attend. Now, if this sounds like something that you would like to connect with, something you would like to be a part of, then please visit metaphysicsforlife.com/donate.html and go there now and give $10 or $20. If just 10 out of every of the hundreds of people, unique visitors that come to the website each and every month, gave just $10 or $20, then we could easily meet our funding needs for the rest of this year. If you're one of the 10 out of hundreds of people visiting the website today who can afford to give financially, then please give $10 or $20 or whatever you can afford. Go ahead, feel the love and get connected. Thank you.